So welcome space enthusiasts. Today we are going to talk about some exciting missions that brought the moon back into the focus. Let's jump to 1994 and explore the incredible discoveries made by NASA and the Strategic Defense Initiative Organization. They sent a spacecraft called Clementine to map the moon's surface using different wavelengths of light. And guess what? Hidden in millions of digital photos it took, they found the hints for ice on the surface of moon. Then in 1999, the Lunar Prospector orbited moon and confirmed the presence of ice in the lunar poles, which could be crucial for future lunar settlements. The mission ended with a bang as the Prospector deliberately crashed into the moon, hoping to create a plum for further study. But unfortunately, no water ice was observed. The year 2008 marks India's entry into the planetary exploration with their lunar orbiter called Chandrayaan-1. NASA also get involved by building instruments for this mission like MINISAR and M3. MINISAR, a spectral radar, detected patterns in over 40 polar craters, but could not completely sure with the available data, just like Clementine. However, Moon Mineralogical Mapper or M3, an infrared spectrometer, finally confirmed the presence of water on the moon. M3 not only found water in permanently shadowed regions, but also distinguished between ice and liquid water and water vapor based on how they absorb infrared light. It was a breakthrough moment. Chandrayaan-1 also carried an impact probe that crashed into the polar region. As it descended, its mass spectrometer supposedly detected water in the thin lunar atmosphere. However, the results were not published until NASA announced its discovery made by MINISAR and M3. Since 2009, NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter has providing us with valuable high-resolution maps of moon's surface. Between 2011 and 2012, NASA's GRAIL probes Eve and Flo joined the orbiter missions to map moon's gravity field before intentionally crashing into the lunar North Pole. But it's not just NASA. Many other countries have shown growing interest in lunar exploration. Japan launched its orbiter Selene in 2007. China and India follows the suit in the same year. China made history in 2013 by becoming the third country to successfully land on moon with their Chang'e spacecraft and U2 rover. In 2019, more milestones were achieved, both good and not so good. China's U2 rover became the first to touch down on lunar's first side, while India's Chandrayaan-2 unsuccessfully deployed its lander named Vikram. Israel's Beresheet spacecraft also aimed for the moon, but unfortunately it crashed during its landing attempt. This new era of lunar exploration is seeing private companies to take the lead. Beresheet, for example, was largely funded by private sources. Companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Astronomy are partnering with NASA to develop robotic and crewed landers for lunar exploration. They have big plans, from establishing lunar base to taking tourists to lunar orbit. But let's not forget NASA's ambitious plans. Their Artemis program, similar to iconic Apollo program, aims to put the first woman and the next man on moon by 2024. The backbone of Artemis is NASA's Orion space capsule, and they are also preparing with private companies to make it happen. If all goes well with Artemis, we might also see a space station in the lunar orbit, serving a gateway to explore the moon's surface and beyond in near future. That wraps up our lunar exploration journey. Thanks for joining us today, and remember, the moon still has many secrets to be uncovered. So keep watching our channel and keep reaching for the stars.